Hi, my friends. I've been trying to figure out what's going on here. You remember I was in the software field and I noticed when I was going through different YouTube channels and stuff and comments of people and myself that it's reverted back the database. And they did a rollback on the database and they pulled back dates way back. Because, okay, right here, you can't see this whole name here. It says at Captain Kirk 1776. No, 7676 was my way old, a different, I think it was a different, even a different ID that I had. So you could have aliases where, like there's aliases where you can have, like say I'm John F. Kennedy, right? And, so that'd be my Captain Kirk. My alias is Captain Kirk, but the underlying ID to that alias has to be one person, one relationship is Captain 7676, right? And now it just says, so now I'm trying to figure out what's going on. At first I thought is your Gmail account being exposed would be a security issue, but I think it did. It used to have a Captain Kirk 7676 Gmail. I'm trying to remember the details of this, but anyway, let's see if I can go on these videos I have here, like the color screen share. This
Well, is
one
that really truly what's happening?
Let's see how. Let's see in the comments, see mine. Yeah, see, it says at Captain Kirk 7676. Now, I don't think this is a change that they try to bring something back in, because that looks weird. It should say Captain Kirk. So they're pulling down the ID and so trying to send the alias. So it makes you wonder. I mean, I'm trying to wonder what's going to happen. It doesn't really matter. The comments, those will be held, but just the correlation in the database. So if you have somebody who hasn't changed their subscription to YouTube, or I'm trying to go else what this might cause. So I used to have to diagnose this stuff. What else would be? If you email that, I'm going to email myself that to see what happens. I'll do it here after I finish this video. But anyway, so if that's the issue, then you got a big issue, because you're supposed to be you're exposing your email unless you want to. People expose their email, but if you don't want to be exposed, then somebody could get really annoyed and use it and get spam and get destroyed, right? So this big hole, and it surprises me that somebody's there. I don't know if there was a mistake. It has to be a mistake, my folks. Somebody did a rollback on the databases or did some kind of patch. Because I used to work in this in Kaiser Permanente. This is a big deal, actually. This is actually not good either way, because you got all these things floating out there, millions of accounts that are now being cross-correlated with the wrong ID matchup to the alias. Wow. See, what happened is in the software, I'll show you usually what you do is you'll take that address, that name, and you just overlay with the alias. And when you generate the web page, so that there could be multiple Captain Kirks. So you just do it. So maybe they're doing this I don't know if this is something they're trying to do to narrow everybody down so you know exactly who you're talking to. There's too many aliases where people, it could be a good thing too. Think about this. That way, when you see the Captain Kirks, was it Captain Kirk that was caught, that's a naughty butt, or who was it? Because sometimes you could spoof other people. So, this would prevent spoofing of trying to act like you're somebody else, like even Donald Trump or something, right? So aliasing allows you to spoof. And so I don't know. But my channel name's still the same. So, but the spoofing of my comments underneath it doesn't prevent spoofing. Crazy. All right. Yeah, just caught me off guard. I'm like, what? Anyway, all right. So I'm gonna push this and try to. I'm curious if they got any fire. They're doing firefighting mode right now at all the YouTube around. I think because the database are corrupt. Oh my God, everywhere. It's not corruption. It's actually just been a cross match. But it can get corrupted though if they're using that ID as a key field to store information and comments. Then it gets corrupted, and boy, you got a mess. But do they care? Most companies don't care anymore. They're so big. They're like, oh well, heck with it. That's what makes me angry about it, is that they're so big now that they think they're invincible to caring about you or me, and that's why they can own rules, policies. They become gods themselves, the corporations, and become gods. You got gods within gods. See, you got people like Bill Gates, and you got Elon Musk, and all these people that have so much power with money They should be tried for monopolization just with their power and the money of these countries in the world. You got a God, and then they use a corporation to hide behind the God, because then you can't get to them because you can only sue the company. And, we've seen those games even with Mr. Elon, all his garbage, even doing back and forth. You hide behind the shield and of the corporation, so they're almost untouchables. They think they're untouchable. They're not untouchable by God, though, by the way. You're not. God's above governments and above them, right? So everything they're doing is getting exposed. And also I'm going to say about that's just so frustrating that, and that they can swing their dollars and power just wherever they want. And, that's frustrating. It is so frustrating that they become, and, well, let's not go there. Gods within gods, right? All right, so there's that. I'm going to do that. All right. God bless and love you all.